The Texas Department of Transportation, or TxDOT, welcomes you to the US 380 virtual public meeting. We appreciate your interest in the project and thank you for your participation. Please note, for the virtual public meeting, you can pause this presentation at any point to allow more time to view the slides or get a more detailed view of project information and other exhibits on the website. This virtual public meeting has been convened by TxDOT and is being held to receive and consider comments from the public regarding the US 380 project. You may have attended previous public meetings conducted by TxDOT. However, for the benefit of those who have never attended one, I will explain why and how the department conducts a public meeting. A public meeting has four essential purposes. First, to inform the public of the status of planning efforts on the project and to present the recommendations based on studies performed to date. Second, to describe the project to the public, including known potential project impacts to the human and natural environment. Third, to provide the public an opportunity to view information and express their ideas and concerns at this stage in the planning process, while the ability to respond to comments is still flexible and before location and design decisions are finalized. And finally, to develop a record of public views and participation to accompany recommendations for subsequent decisions. This virtual public meeting is being held in compliance with both federal and state laws. Documentation of this meeting will be made available for the official record. I will now explain the design aspects of the US 380 project. The design schematic and other project information for the project may be viewed at www.keepitmovingdallas.com/US380 Farmersville. The information on this website is the same information being presented in this presentation. The project limits extend approximately 7.6 miles along US 380 between County Road 560 and County Road 699, or the Hunt County line in Collin County. The proposed project is located just south of the city of Farmersville. The green line on the map is the approximate proposed alignment. More details and the schematic will be explained later in the presentation. In June 2017, TxDOT began working with Collin County and regional leaders on the US 380 feasibility study in Collin County to identify a recommended corridor and appropriate roadway type. The objective of the feasibility study was to perform a needs assessment and analyze potential roadway options that could include improving the existing US 380 alignment or utilizing new alignments. The feasibility study was concluded in spring 2020. In January 2021, TxDOT held a virtual public meeting to present the initial proposed alignment, which had slight refinements based on further design from the feasibility study. Approximately 366 people viewed the public meeting website, and the YouTube presentation had 166 views. TxDOT received 21 comments within the comment period. Since the public meeting, the project team has refined the proposed alignment further based on public input received. Coordination is ongoing with the City of Farmersville, Collin County, and Hunt County. Adjacent project coordination is also ongoing, such as with the US 380 project in Princeton. The existing facility does not meet current design standards and cannot accommodate future traffic demand. The purpose of this project is to improve mobility, to provide a facility that will accommodate future traffic demand, and to comply with current roadway design standards. The proposed project is needed to meet future increase in traffic demands stemming from projected population growth. The sections between County Road 560 and Old McKinney Road and Far Hill Lane and County Road 699, or the Hunt County line, includes 4 12-foot wide lanes, a 16-foot wide two-way left turn lane, limited sidewalks, no bicycle accommodations, and an existing right-of-way varying from 120 to 180 feet wide. The section between Old McKinney Road and Far Hill Lane includes 4 12-foot wide lanes, a 16-foot wide two-way left turn lane, limited sidewalks, no bicycle accommodations, and an existing right-of-way varying from 120 to 150 feet wide. TxDOT is proposing to construct a new location realignment of US 380 to the south of the city of Farmersville from County Road 560 to County Road 699, or the Hunt County line. The new location facility would be constructed as a 6-lane divided facility with 12-foot wide lanes that includes an as-needed additional auxiliary lane and 12-foot wide shoulders. The proposed project would also include continuous one-way frontage roads with two 12-foot wide lanes and a 10-foot wide shared use path on both sides of the roadway. The project goal will be to minimize impacts to right-of-way. This figure illustrates the proposed new location realignment in green and the alignment that was recommended by the feasibility study in magenta. The alignment has been revised since the 2020 feasibility study to address the following as more detailed schematic design progressed: input from stakeholders, city-county coordination including cross streets and ramping, refinements to reduce impacts to property owners, evaluate site distance and update radius alignment accordingly, preliminary drainage analysis, KCS railroad coordination, typical section coordination with adjacent projects, preliminary bridge types, substructure location, structure depth and structure length, survey information and grading limits, and preliminary utility impact evaluation. The proposed new location alignment was slightly adjusted after the previous public meeting in January 2021. The project design will be further refined per public input received at this public meeting and at a future public hearing expected early 2023. The US 380 project's anticipated ready-to-let date is in 2026 and would take approximately 3 years to construct. Letting is when TxDOT notifies the construction community that a project is ready to be bid on. Construction on a project begins after the letting process is complete. The total estimated project cost for the project is approximately $750 million. The project is currently unfunded. This concludes the project information and design portion of the presentation. The next few slides will provide an overview of the environmental evaluation for the proposed US 380 project. Prior to December 16, 2014, the Federal Highway Administration, or FHWA, reviewed and approved documents prepared under the National Environmental Policy Act known as NEPA. However, on December 16, 2014, the Texas Department of Transportation assumed responsibility from FHWA through a Memorandum of Understanding to review and approve certain assigned NEPA environmental documents. This Memorandum of Understanding between TxDOT and FHWA was updated on December 9, 2019. The review and approval process applied to this project. Environmental studies are being conducted for the proposed US 380 project to support an environmental clearance in accordance with NEPA. These environmental analyses are necessary to identify, avoid, and minimize effects to the human and natural environments. The technical environmental documentation will be approved for further processing by TxDOT and would be coordinated with other public agencies. Notices for this public meeting were advertised in the Dallas Morning News, Al Dia, Collin County Commercial Record, and the Farmersville Times, on the TxDOT.gov website under Hearings and Meetings Schedule, and on www.keepitmovingdallas.com under Public Hearings and Meetings. The TxDOT Public Information Office also prepared a news media release to advertise the public meeting. The TxDOT roadway design schematics are available on the project website at www.keepitmovingdallas.com. The project environmental constraints map is used to help planners and engineers determine the least impactful method to fulfill the purpose of the project. The full map is available at the in-person meeting and can also be viewed on the project website. In the case of US 380, some of the major known constraints include approximately 16 water crossings, potential wetland crossings, pending field verification, a KCS railroad crossing, and 6 crossings of the 100-year floodplain. Environmental studies for this project are ongoing. The draft environmental assessment will be available for review at the public hearing. Approximately 551 acres of new right-of-way would be required for this project. Potential displacements include 3 residences and 3 commercial structures. All right-of-way acquisition would be completed in accordance with the Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act of 1970 as amended. Brochures titled The Purchase of Right-of-Way and Relocation Assistance are available at the right-of-way table and on the project website. These materials contain detailed information to inform you of your rights and to provide information about the TxDOT right-of-way acquisition process. The public comment period for the proposed project ends on Friday, May 13, 2022. Following this public meeting, the project design will be refined per public input, environmental studies will be completed, and additional public involvement, including a public hearing, will be held. If there are no major issues from the environmental analysis that cannot be addressed in a reasonable timeframe, final environmental clearance is expected in spring 2023. The project has an anticipated ready-to-let date of 2026. Construction will begin once the project is let and funding has been identified. As mentioned earlier, comments will be accepted in 5 ways, which are outlined here. All comments will be fully considered and responded to in the project record and made part of the final environmental document for this proposed project. This document will then be made available for public review online at www.keepitmovingdallas.com/US380 Farmersville. All statements, comments, and questions will be given careful consideration before final design features are determined. As a reminder, all comments must be received or postmarked by Friday, May 13, 2022, to be included in the official public meeting documentation. We sincerely appreciate your participation and interest concerning the proposed design of the US 380 project. Your questions, comments, and concerns will receive careful consideration. Thank you. This concludes the presentation.